man.
Speaking of training with that fight coming up, we spoke about my man Rich, Liam Paro. I spar with Liam a lot. In the fight. Matter of fact, when the fight before when I went in New York with Lou in New York before that fight. Well, Nick Molina. I sparred with Liam a lot in that fight. So I think that's a good fight coming up too, matter of fact.
Oh, you sparred Liam getting ready for the Nick Molina fight? That was just last
No,
year.
I was in there with we did a lot of rounds in that camp. A lot of rounds in that camp. Me and Liam with my man Wayne McCullough out there in Vegas. So we sparred a lot. We sparred a lot at that camp. I was supposed to spar, matter of fact, I sparred him. I was supposed to spar Shakur when he was getting ready for Edwin because he needed a southpaw, when it was around that time frame. And I was also supposed to spar with Devin, but Devin at the time he was doing it. He was getting ready for Regis, but that's when he went back to LA for a little bit. So we never got to spar. By the time he came back, my camp was winding down. But that camp, yeah, I definitely sparred a lot with Liam. And Liam definitely he got a good punch. He could pack a punch, but more importantly, like he can box. And he knows how to cut off the ring. I think with Rich, I sparred Rich in the past a few years ago too. Rich is a really, really solid boxer, and he's gonna try to he's gonna try to counter and use his defense a lot. But yeah, I think that's a fight that's not being looked at a lot by a lot of people. You know what I mean? That people should be looking at also.
Yeah, no, I'll be there. I'll be there in Puerto Rico in December, and it's definitely a fight that's very interesting for a number of reasons. Besides the obvious and some of the things you mentioned, Liam Paro just beat Supriel Matias, who a lot of
Yeah,
people were not like, volunteering to fight at the time.
right.
He showed out very well. And it hurts me to say he outclassed him in that fight. Anything could happen in the future
I'm
differently,
saying,
but
yeah,
he boxed his head
it
off,
wasn't a brawl. It wasn't just a brawl. People thought because Liam was a big puncher that he's gonna just come. Nah, you can't. Again, Matias, he wants to come forward too. So like, do you want to take the chance of going with somebody that can just hit just as hard as you, or do you want to show a different aspect and be smart?
And people were giving Richardson, right, a lot of like flack, like you ducking Matias, and there was talk about them fighting. He said,
Right.
"Look, I'm
Yeah.
willing to fight." But now like the deck reshuffled, right? So now Matias is out the picture, Liam's got the strap, Richardson's going up to fight for it. I know you shared some insight on some of the things they do well, but
Right.
thinking about the fight, how does it break down? How do you see that fight playing out, and who do you think wins that fight?
Um, Rich got to just basically stay in his zone. He just got to stay sharp. He got to stay sharp the whole fight. Like again, because Liam, there's been times, honestly, man, there's been times when I was sparring with him. I was boxing, doing my thing, whatever, and then like I just got a little bit lazy, and then I got boom, like damn, where did that come from? And he got speed on it. He do got speed on it. I'm like, something like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah, well, like, yeah, all right, let me straighten up a bit up in here, man. For because the next one might not be as forgiving as that first shot. So like, yeah, nah, Liam definitely he can box and he's definitely gonna measure you. And I feel like a lot of fighters when they measure and they get full leverage on them shots, those are the ones that hurt. Because again, like I said, again, full leverage on that shot and they putting their weight behind it. But again, I can see that one going either way. Because again, like I know Rich feel like he got a chip on his shoulder because we all see he gets a lot of people dig at him a lot because of what you just mentioned. They felt like, he didn't want to step up when this guy had the belt. And so you know how that goes. So I feel like he got a chip on his shoulder. But again, I think Leon wants to also on his side, he wants to prove that, he's a legit, champion and that it wasn't no fluke. And that's how a lot of us are. Like even when I beat Ito, I wanted to prove against an undefeated Lamont Roast that it wasn't a fluke, that, I can really get down in this ring as well.
Yeah, nah, for sure. And you're right on fight. It should be a good one. Coming out of that division is just reshuffled in the last year a lot, right? You
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah. I feel like that division is a lot better than the welterweight division right now. At least, I feel like there's a lot of fights. There's a lot of good fights you can make with guys that don't even hold titles in that division right now. So there's a lot of good fights you do a round robin in that division.
yeah, you got Tio, you got Puello, you got Paro, and why do I always forget
Ramirez, you got my man Kenny Sims. And the
who's the
list.
other champion now? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
My
It's
man,
Puello,
who just beat.
Puello,
Oh,
Paro. Oh yeah, duh, Rayo.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ryo,
that's
my man
right.
Ryo. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that 140 division, I mean, just you go back 12 months. It's a new division.
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, from 130 all the way up, you know what I mean? It's pretty interesting in them three weight classes right now. The lightweights is holding it down, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, for sure.